tell you what, pass. You can just stand there and take the gear off.
Well, it looks like the players are making their way towards the pitch. What do you think well, it looks like we could have a substitution as well as far as Brazil are concerned. It looks like it's an Arsenal man then, Lee.
Gilberto. Well,
yeah.
the other Arsenal man's not done bad. You know, Batista looks quite sharp. I think it's interesting to see how they perform second half and what the manager said to them. We'll see what the manager said by the way they play second half. It's sort of self-explanatory. If they go up a gear, they know they've had a little telling off at half-time.
Neville, prediction?
Pretty good game.
Yeah, very diplomatic. OK, let's hand back to our commentary team then for the second half of Brazil against Wales. Let's rejoin Mark Bright and Steve Wilson.
Thank you very much, chaps. As you can see, the familiar face of Gilberto Silva, World Cup winner in 2002. And Arsenal midfielder is guaranteed a warm welcome at White Hart Lane. He's going to replace Edmilson at the heart of their midfield. And that's quite a shot. And there's Kaká, who takes over the captain's armband for Brazil, because Edmilson was wearing that in the first half. We gather also that there are going to be changes in the Wales side in the second half. We'll just wait for those to be confirmed by the fourth official on the far side, though we believe that both Gareth Bale and Ryan Giggs are to be replaced. Joe Ledley, who's having a very good season with Cardiff City, and Sam Ricketts are the players who are going to come on. But Wales have done really well in that first half. Ryan Giggs, as Lee Dixon was saying at half-time, Mark, had a great first half. Obviously, John Toshak is looking to give someone else a taste of the action and also give Ryan Giggs a little bit of a rest, having been involved in Teplice against the Czech Republic at the weekend.
Yeah, and at 32 years old, I think he's been there, seen it and done it. And just mindful that, you know, Manchester United, precocious talent, be needed for them.
Not entirely sure that Wales will want to kick off the second half with only 8 outfield players on the pitch against Brazil. I'm not sure that all the Brazilians are out there yet either, but there's Joe Ledley, another youngster, very highly rated too, Joe Ledley, 19 years of age, and he will get a little taste of the action in midfield. And Sam Ricketts also coming on, number 18 there, he will play at left wing back. So we are ready to go with Wales holding Brazil after 45 minutes in that first half, and not only holding them but having created one very, very good opportunity too, which was saved by Gomez from Robert Earnshaw. And this is Davis immediately caught by Dudu. This is Collins, thought he played well in the first half.
It's a fresh-looking left side here, Steve. And obviously Ricketts and Ledley playing down this left-hand side.
Gilberto Silva, Dudu, Marcelo, Ronaldinho. Davis was in quickly and dispossessed quickly. Here's Gilberto Silva. Ryan Giggs has gone off for Wales, so now Paul Jones, 39 years young, in the Welsh goal, is wearing the armband for the second half. Maicon here. He's going to have a job at right back for Brazil to replace Cicinho, who seems to be the preferred choice of Dunga, the Real Madrid right back, to replace Cafu. Kaká, Gilberto Silva, Julio Baptista, Davis in smartly. Wagner Love has taken it away from Davis. Let's have a free kick. Brazil still have 11 players, so they could easily not have done. Taken by Davis. Gilberto Silva got his head on it and is after his own header to prevent a corner. Davis. Gabidon. Collins. Just over 20,000 inside White Hart Lane tonight. This is Ricketts. There are reports of supporters outside the ground not being allowed in. I cannot imagine why that would be. Even at half-time, apparently, supporters outside the ground were told that they couldn't come in. Cannot imagine why that would be. Only reports at this stage, but 20,208 inside White Hart Lane. Wagner Love, Ronaldinho, Julio Baptista, Marcelo to corner.
That's the feature for me, Steve. The fullback's getting forward. You can see him there. He's playing like a left winger.
The corner of the West Stand get their chance to take a picture of Ronaldinho. Flicked on by Kaka. Alex wasn't too far away at the back post.
Well, you get the good delivery. There you go. Nobody in front of Kaka. That's important. You get somebody in there to cover that near man. All he's looking for is just the slightest of touches, so it skims across the goal, and looking for somebody just to walk in and head it into the back of the net.
Wales are going to make a change in a minute. Carl Fletcher is ready to come on at Crystal Palace now. Carl Fletcher, having left West Ham in the summer. So Carl Fletcher comes on for Carl Robinson. It's a straight positional swap. Three-game tour, actually, that Brazil embarked upon. They drew 1-1 in Oslo against Norway at the end of August. Then the 3-0 win over Argentina. And I think if Wales can take a draw here, those back home in South America might not consider the tour to be a roaring success, though I suppose that any victory over Argentina will be welcomed enthusiastically back in Sao Paulo and Rio. But perhaps what it shows, he played a second-string side in Oslo. Most of the players on the pitch now were involved against Norway. And, you know, to be honest, Mark, the sort of second-string Brazilian side of this squad don't look a great side, do they?
No, obviously they haven't caused Wales as many problems as I thought they would. They've been comfortable and moved the ball around well. You know, if this was a qualifier, but this is very similar to how they played in the World Cup, sort of within themselves, patient, as if they can score it at will. And that was the undoing. Whereas
that's short, and it's Bellamy. Oh, and Gomez just did enough. Only just did enough. Dudu with the back pass, which was short.
Too casual, wasn't it? I think what happened is the goalkeeper narrowed the angle for him, made it very difficult, but opportunity, here he is. He's too close. It's too close. And Bellamy, all he needs to do there is just take that. I don't think he needs to nick the ball inside the goalkeeper. I think if he drags it down, his left-hand side here drags it down, the goalkeeper's got to bring him down.
Fletcher is fouled. Well, he had the two best chances, really, in the Czech Republic at the weekend to score what could have been crucial goals for Wales, because it would have put them ahead against the Czech Republic at a time when the home team seemed to be running out of ideas.
Absolutely. You know, and you're looking against those going away and picking up a point. There's people like the Czech Republic, you know, obviously Slovakia, well, Cyprus, Republic, San Marino and Germany. Got to get something away from home, and it was a great opportunity for him.
Wales, as John Toshak has been pointing out, in pot 5, fifth seeds for the European Championship qualifying, so whoever they got, it was always going to be difficult for them. Julio Baptista here. Maicon, Ronaldinho in the middle. It's a beautiful ball, just floating towards Ronaldinho, and James Collins got it behind.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Good touch from Collins, but you can see here it's in the air a long time. I'm not sure if Paul Jones should come and get it. Should he come off his line? Should he come? I think that's in the air a long time. He allows his defender to deal with it, and in the end, it's the right decision.
Ronaldinho's corner, Kaká in the middle, Julio Baptista, Gilberto Silva, and Alex with the header bouncing and claimed by the goalkeeper Jones.
Never really caught it, did he? Beats everybody, gets a good head on it, loses all its pace because it's pitched down into the ground.
I think at some point in the second half we can expect to see Daniel Carvalho, who played so well on Sunday, I thought, for Brazil. Robinho, who was terrific in the first half hour. Rafael Sobis is an intriguing one as well, young striker. He's just moved to Betis from Internacional. That's Internacional of Porto Alegre, Brazil, not Milan, Italy. He's supposedly the next big thing. Ronaldinho.
It's just not as cohesive today. So like they picked out the passes well. The shape of the team's been good for Brazil, but the threat down the middle, up front, and from midfield, I think it's been lacking.
Ricketts into Fletcher. Tanga. Bellamy. Fletcher. Room on the right-hand side here. It's Richard Duffy. Simon Davis ahead of him. Earnshaw and Bellamy forward too. This is Davis. Needs a good cross. Deflected to Duffy. Earnshaw couldn't get it down. Bellamy does! And wasn't too far away.
A couple of people had a bite of the cherry there, didn't they? Good play from Wales. Good delivery from Davies. Takes a deflection. Missed there. Missed here. Bellamy keeps his eye on it. Falls over. He just can't stay over it enough. But good play. This is a good ball in. And now you've got people attacking it, and that's exactly what you want. You don't want one striker going in on his own. Got midfield players in there supporting. It's Duffy. And a shot by Bellamy over.
Here's Alex. Marcelo. Ronaldinho. Julio Baptista. Deflection, it's a corner.
He was on target as well. We were right above that. He seemed just to keep things nice and simple. Baptista links the play. And there he had an opportunity with Maicon going around the outside of him. A shooting opportunity, takes the defender away.
That's where all the action is, in that posse on the edge of the penalty area. There's an important header from Duffy because Alex was right behind him.
Just see Ronaldinho, the run-up he takes, it's like a couple of steps.
Well, looks well, Cicinho is going to come on, and Maicon will be the player who goes off. Cicinho, who's now at Real Madrid, but whose last game for his former club, Sao Paulo, was the World Club Championship, when Sao Paulo beat Liverpool in Yokohama. Played twice in the World Cup, just finished, starting in the 4-1 victory over Japan and coming on in that quarter-final defeat to France.
I think it's fair to say he's waited for his opportunity, hasn't he, to get in this team?
Absolutely. And Cafu just went on and on and on, didn't he? But Cicinho is a similar sort of player. Gilberto Silva. Marcelo, well hit!
Oh.
Very well hit! It's Marcelo for Brazil on his debut. And Wales are undone by a long-distance drive from a Brazilian. That bit predictable, but the fact that it's Marcelo, 18-year-old left-back, playing with Fluminense in Brazil on his debut, that was not in the script.
There's a good strike. They work the ball from one side of the pitch to the other. And as I said before, the feature of Brazil, getting their full-backs forward. And he's in a great position there, shooting. The balls move quickly. You can see nobody's coming to close him down. So it's a free strike at goal, and it's just the accuracy that beats Paul Jones, right inside the post. Well, Brazil 1-0 up.
Marcelo with a magical moment for him. We saw Elano score a couple of goals against Argentina in what was only his 4th cap for Brazil on Sunday, and now a new name maybe for the future. Wears the number 6 shirt for so long, graced by Roberto Carlos, who was an absolute master at shooting from that kind of distance. If Marcelo has half the career ahead of him that Roberto Carlos has had behind him, my goodness me, what a life he'll have. Some way to start. Good goal.
Super goal. I wouldn't say it was one of those situations, Steve, where we said it's just a matter of time before Brazil score, because you know, they haven't really been that dominating, that, you know, they haven't been fluid. You know, it just seems like they've just been playing within themselves, as we said, but just a little step up in tempo there. Crisp passing created a goal-scoring opportunity. Plenty to do from outside the box, as always. Struck on target.
Rob Edwards is going to be on shortly for Wales. Wolverhampton Wanderers right back. Former Aston Villa player who was 3-4 years ago seemed very much as a certainty to have the Wales right-back position tied down for years to come. He's going to get the last half hour of this game in place of Duffy. This is Kaka. It's a lovely ball. Marcelo to Dudu. Still waiting to come on, Rob Edwards. Here's Cicinho.
Constant movement all around, players changing positions. Nobody stands still when they're in possession with Brazil.
Dudu, Ronaldinho. Luizão. Cicinho. Well, that's just possession stuff, isn't it, from Brazil?
Well, it's just the shape of the team, and they're trying to encourage Wales to come out and have a go at the ball, trying to win it so they can try and pass it through again.
Wayward from Cicinho, and now Rob Edwards, who's been standing for a good 2 or 3 minutes on the far touchline, stripped off and ready to go, will get his opportunity. And the player who was about to take the throw-in, Richard Duffy, is the player who is going to be replaced by Edwards. I think both the wing-backs in the first half could say that they did well. Duffy on the right-hand side and Bale on the left, both taken off now, but Absolutely. They did their job, didn't they?
Yeah, they've used the ball well, they've played their part, they've closed down, they've got forward.
It's Wales' throw. Dudu got in front of Bellamy. This is Ronaldinho and Kaka and Marcelo with Collins across.
Good play. Oops, a daisy. He's limping Collins. I'm not sure if he's...
He's just overstretched, has he?
No. Sure, Alan Pardew was watching this game somewhere. A little concerned about that. He jumped in and slid, and I'm not sure if it's his left ankle. He's definitely limping.
Here's Cicinho. Gilberto Silva. Kaka. And still Kaka. Wagner Love. Collins did well, given that he's limited with his movement at the moment. This is Edwards. Alex towers over Robert Earnshaw.
Earnshaw was complaining that what kind of pass is that for me?
Gilberto Silva.
And loud roars in the crowd, Steve.
I do believe that Robinho is readying himself. Kaka. Through Collins, Kaka. Well out by Edwards. Marcelo there, though. Support from Kaka. Looking threatening now, Brazil. Ronaldinho to Dudu. Oh dear. It's just caught by Fletcher.
Silly free kick to give away, really. Cole Fletcher coming on as a sub. Sometimes trying to pick up the pace. I think you just see good skills here, Brazilians. Watch there, just catches his leg as he tries to kick the ball. And once again, another goal-scoring opportunity, really. Good area, good angle as well for Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho has weighed up his options, weighed up the angles. 6 in red in that wall. Ronaldinho. It's a nice save for Paul Jones, nice height.
He guessed right, didn't he? He's got the wall covering that side of the goal, and he's in the other side, the left-hand side, and he guesses right. So say, just a couple of steps, the ball goes up and down, as you can see. Jones gets himself in a good position behind the ball. It's a comfortable save for him.
Robinho's going to be on shortly. Julio Baptista. Ronaldinho passed it, and passed it within an inch of the post. Didn't shoot, he passed.
Yes. See what he's trying to do. And it's good play here. Baptista opens it all up. This is a great little dummy. Then a little turn of pace. Just sidesteps it. Collins commits himself. Just misses the outside of the post, as you can see.
And it's his last action of the game, because Ronaldinho makes way, and on comes the pocket battleship mini magician that is Robinho. Wales are also making a change. It's Simon Davies who is being replaced by David Vaughan. Free kick is given to Wales. Fletcher. What did you make of Robinho on Sunday against Argentina?
Well, I'd just say, for all the showboating, it's got to be an end product for me, and I like to see it open people up and go past people and create goal-scoring opportunities, but some of the stuff he did was fabulous.
Here he is, Robinho, into Kaka. Back to Kaka again, little fortunate to get the second ball. Vaughan only half away. Oh, it's driven again by Marcelo. Cicinho, and that'll be a free kick for the foul on Ledley.
Well, it just seems that, look, there's so many bodies in there, they win the ball, but here again, another feature, the fullback getting forward, hits the target, trying to drive it across Jones again. You see the great angle here, keeps it low. Jones did ever so well, pushing it away.
Tanga. Is that right? Brazil 21, Wales 3 in shots. Well, could be 22-3 here, and that's just wide from Dudu.
So he had a lot of support there, didn't he? Robinho to his left, Bagnalov just ahead of him, and Kaka to his right.
Do you get the feeling that Wales are beginning to tire a little bit?
A little bit, maybe, I think. Just getting drawn, stretched, a few substitutes on, 4 subs on, something like that.
Here's Dudu. Gilberto Silva, Cicinho, Robinho, given away by Julio Baptista. Did well, Fletcher. Vaughan. Here's Edwards. Bellamy. Here's Fletcher. Read by Luizao. Kaka trod on the ball. Vaughan is in for Wales. Ledley lost out to Julio Baptista. This is Gilberto Silva, and now Dudu. Kaka. Robinho. Cicinho. And again. Wagner Love, and Robinho into the face of Danny Gabidon with almost no backlift at all on his left foot. Robinho. Bellamy. Edwards is going to have to work for that, and he did well. Chase on for Earnshaw. Luizao away. James Collins has been excellent, hasn't he, tonight for Wales?
Yeah, outstanding. I think his anticipation of moves and getting in front of people and just putting his foot in the right time. He's really pleased with himself.
Fletcher. Bellamy. Edwards might provide an overlap. Marcelo is in quickly. Wales will have a throw-in. Brazil are going to make a change, I think, if Wales allow them to, from this throw-in, and Kaka is going to be replaced. Kaka comes off, and on comes Elano, who scored 2 very good goals against Argentina.
Well, he did score 2 good goals, and a very impressive performance from him. I think what he's going to do is go to the right-hand side and push Baptista inside a little bit.
David Vaughan. James Collins. Gabidon. Tanga. Vaughan. That's a very good ball. It's Bellamy. Earnshaw in the middle. Couldn't get anything on it. Ledley. Ricketts. Still plenty of red shirts forward. Luizao with a clearance.
For all their dominance in the second half, Brazil so close to being undone. You know, just a little bit too high and a bit too hard for him, I think.
Here's James Collins. Fletcher. Vaughan, dispossessed by Julio Baptista. Dispossessed well too. Elano's in a good position to the right-hand side. This is Robinho. Cicinho. Lovely ball, Wagner Love. Oh, what an excellent goal that is. An absolute peach of a ball onto the head of Wagner Love. And Brazil lead by 2.
Well, it's showing a picture there of Collins, but I don't think that had anything to do with him. I think Cicinho, the quality on the cross and Wagner Love's movement is absolutely fantastic. And this is all, it's good possession. Robinho doing the showboating. Cicinho here, Wagner Love makes a little diagonal run, just gets in front of Collins, and there's nothing Paul Jones can do about that. It's a flick of the head, and before he knows it, it's behind him. This is just a great ball for any striker, just chipped into the area, now go and attack it. And that's exactly what Wagner Love does.
Lovely ball in by Cicinho, and a very good finish too. Very good finish, but it's all about the quality of the ball from Cicinho. Brazil have made another change. Marcelo, scorer of the first goal, has been replaced by Gilberto, the left-back of Hertha Berlin.
They've got the original fullbacks on now, which they started the game against Argentina with, and obviously looking at your substitutes and have an impact, and that's what Dunga did. Sent on Cicinho, he moves forward, produces a good cross. You can feel justified in making the change.
Here's Earnshaw. That's Gilberto. You know, you said Cicinho had a long time to wait for Cafu to call it a day. It's Gilberto. Cicinho's 26. He's still got a few years ahead of him. Gilberto's waited and waited and waited for Roberto Carlos to pack it in. He's now 30, Gilberto, and the bad news for him is that Marcelo, who's 18, is already usurping his position at left-back.
Waiting for buses.
Gilberto actually played in the 4-1 victory over Japan at the last World Cup and scored in that game.
Sobis is going to come on, Steve, is he?
2-0's maybe a little bit harsh on Wales, Mark.
A little bit, yes, and you know, it's a quality great. It's a great goal, the second one. Good movement from the team, good possession. You know, the first one's a good strike from Marcelo, and the second one's just a good team move. So,
Rob Earnshaw replaced by David Cottrell. Earnshaw, who had a good opportunity in the first half, gets an excellent ovation too. His goal-scoring record, Rob Earnshaw, is second to none, really. Even at West Bromwich Albion, his goal-scoring record was good, but there were doubts, I think, from Brian Robson about his contribution outside the penalty area. His goal-scoring record since he's moved to Norwich is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, that's what people are looking for, especially Nigel Worthington. Now, this happened the other day, Steve. I think it's poor as well.
Yeah.
So-called fans getting onto the pitch, you know.
We have an interloper on the pitch, which is a shame. He's swathed in a Brazilian flag and is being chased by a few stewards. And one of them catches him on the blind side, I'm pleased to say. This is I'd much rather watch this, Mark.
Oh, it's magical. Because, you know, James Collins does get caught slightly out of position. You know, but he's talking about 3 centre-backs in there. And what he's done is he's allowed the forward to get in front of him. You know, and as Lee Dixon will tell you, if you're playing him at the striker on side and he's in front of you, there's a good chance that he's going to get there first and score. Now, apart from that, that's the only error you can say that he's made.
This is the supposed next big thing. Rafael Sobis, 21 years of age, scored the goals which won the Copa Libertadores last month for Internacional of Porto Alegre, has now moved to Real Betis. And Wagner Love finds Cicinho. And the player who's gone off, by the way, for Rafael Sobis is Arsenal's new face, Julio Baptista.
Once again, you can see here who's the first person in support. Cicinho, the right back. Not afraid to have a shot here.
Fletcher for Wales. Edwards. Collins.
It just seems like Brazil just stepped up a little bit and they've got to press the ball high wherever they've allowed Wales to have the ball before. They'll try and win it back in their half.
Gilberto with the throw. Robinho. That's Cottrell. Cabidon. Ricketts. Ledley forward. Luisao read it. This is Cicinho. Came off Judo. It's going to be chased by Bellamy. Alex is across. Keeper's there too. Gomez. Joe Ledley. Luisao.
What a chance.
Well, that was not just like watching Brazil. They're all over the place.
It was Alano just trying to get a crossfield ball, got cut out.
If there was a suspicion of handball, no one appealed for it, but as Luisao came across Ledley, like it might have hit him on the back of the hand or possibly the hip, I'm not sure, but there wasn't a big appeal from anyone in red. Gilberto. Dudu. Gilberto Silva.
Once again, just look at the way that the team have set up. You know, lots of width. Wales are deep, so they're going to use that space. Rubinho's looking for the ball constantly. Here he is.
Cicinho. It's a free kick.
It was David Vaughan, wasn't it? Just used his arm there, blocked Cicinho. It's frustrating when you hear the crowd doing the holays.
Fletcher. Bellamy chasing Louis Howe. He's got the pace to get there too. Louis Howe used his strength to take it away from Bellamy. He thought he was fouled. And then the Brazilian defender prevented the corner too. And here's Gilberto Silva. He's about the fourth different captain that Brazil have had tonight. Alex. Gilberto getting forward. The header was a good one too. Rob Edwards.
Vital touch that was.
Now, Wales don't want to concede another because 3-0 would certainly be harsh on them. Though there's a swagger about Brazil now as Wales have tired a bit. Cicinho. Gilberto Silva. Dudu. Robinho. Well done, David Vaughan. This is Fletcher.
They've got to keep the ball, they've got to support each other now, make space. What they're not doing is just what they're doing, one pass downfield and they're giving the ball away. Now all of a sudden Brazil are in a good position here, they've set up to stay forward.
Elano. Cicinho. Gilberto Silva. Gilberto Silva. And Gilberto, nicely done. Rafael Sobis. Gilberto. Rafael Sobis again. Oh, just about to say now, let's see what he's made of, and his first touch wasn't very good.
He looked up, didn't he? He looked up to see Wagner Love and toe poked it.
The subject of a real tug of love as Rafael Sobis between Racing Santander and Real Betis. In the end, Betis won it, though AC Milan and Paris Saint-Germain were interested too.
As I said on Sunday, Steve, it's a talent drain from South America to Europe. You know, just because money talks, put a lot of time and effort into the players and rear them, play them when they're young, and then they just move them to Europe as soon as they can for the money. Both 22 players from the starting on Saturday and Sunday, all of them play in Europe.
Here's Wagner Love. Robinho. Rafael Sobis. Elano. Nyatanga got a foot in, Gabidon a head in. Ledley with the clearance. Earlier this week as good an explanation of the way sometimes transfers work in South America as I've seen, which may or may not relate to what's happened in the West Ham situation with Mascherano and Tevez. But the explanation was that because the clubs don't have an awful lot of money, they actually can't afford to buy the best players, so agencies buy them, give them to the clubs, and then take the profit with the sell-on. And so the players are owned by agencies rather than by the clubs. This is Rafael Sobis. It's a good try too, and Jones smartly down to his right-hand side makes the save. I'm not saying that's what has happened in the West Ham situation, but it might have done. It's certainly the details are not being disclosed. So basically what happens is that any sell-on goes to the agent, not the club.
Yeah, and that's where the money goes out of the game, as opposed to helping the clubs who play them in the end.
Dudu here is given away by David Vaughan. Rafael Sobis. Robinho just couldn't get through James Collins. He's shaking off that knock he had earlier. Wales have a host of home games now in qualifying for the European Championship. Slovakia and Cyprus at home, then the short trip to Dublin for the match against the Republic of Ireland, then home games against San Marino, the return against the Czech Republic in Cardiff, and then Germany at home. They need to get points from probably all 6 of those games if they're to stand a chance, because then they finish away to Slovakia, away to Cyprus, away to San Marino, home against Ireland, and the last one is in Germany. And John Toshak will know that they need to be a force in Cardiff, and as he was saying last week, they need to beat one of the big teams away from home as well, be that Ireland or Germany. It can't be the Czech Republic now if they're to have any chance.
They had an opportunity, didn't they? A really good opportunity against the Czechs, and it's the kind of thing that you can build on. Mainly, you say from the first half as well. From here, they can take a lot away. Seems like Brazil have stepped up a little bit in the second half, and they made a lot of substitutions, Wales, and been dragged around. But, you know, as a player, I used to reflect on playing against the best teams, and what have you learned? How can you improve yourself? And I used to sort of pitch myself against the opposite number 9 or whatever, and think, well, he did this better than me, he did that, and try and work on those things.
Here's Bellamy. Ledley inside the penalty area. Cottrell arriving. Nice pull. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Bellamy onto the right foot of Sam Ricketts. It's a great chance.
Good play. There's the diagonal run just behind the defender. He lights through that Bellamy, and then he just gets his heads up, and he waits, and he waits, and he waits. This is a good ball. And I just think that he just sees the defender in front of him, and he just changes his mind here. He arrives well. He's got his arms open here. I want the ball. There's no real conviction in that, is there, to score?
Cicinho. Elano. Wagner Love just behind Cicinho, who you have to rub your eyes and remind yourself is actually a right back.
Right back, yeah. And the same on the other side. Roberto, just look at how far forward he is.
This is Edwards. Bellamy. It's a corner. Wales hoping for consolation here. Right, you might. I think they've done enough to deserve a goal in this game. Really good chance for Ricketts in the second half. Good chance for Earnshaw in the first. Bellamy's corner taken away by Dudu. This is Sobis. And Cottrell, and still Cottrell.
Oops.
Fletcher. It's come off Cicinho last, it's a corner to Wales.
Yep, throw everybody forward.
Now, is this going to be a moment to remember? Is someone here going to be able to say for the rest of their life, I scored against Brazil? Bellamy. Fletcher. Edwards. Fletcher. Ricketts. Bellamy. Collins is forward. Ledley's forward too. And this is Bellamy. They're appealing for handball. Bellamy. Gomez with the save.
You can see Elano here complaining to the referee about Bellamy and handball. Watch, he just goes down the side here. I think he gets a little deflection. Hits him there on the left arm. There's a big appeal for handball. And then he just tries to curl that past the goalkeeper. The angle's too tight for me.
Ricketts, Wales finishing strongly. Here's Collins. Fletcher with Dudu, who won it in the air. Gilberto's clearance, Robinho. Near Tanga.
Well played.
Vaughan. Joe Ledley here. Fletcher. Cottrell to Bellamy. Milano.
He's got to make his mind up. Cecchino, the right back, who really should have just been waiting to receive the ball and give it. He's looking to get ahead of Robinho.
This is Edwards. Cottrell has lost out to Dudu and stayed down, but there was no foul. Rafael Sobis, and now Mike Riley decides that he wants to see some treatment.
Just a click on the ankle, gets caught in possession. Cottrell.
So good experience for Wales, do you think, Mark?
Oh, absolutely. And you can only learn. You can only learn. I think you look at the positional sense, the movement, the touch of the Brazilians all the time, looking for the ball, their awareness. And I don't think they disgraced themselves in one bit.
Beaten in the end, Wales, but certainly their heads shouldn't be bowed, because for an hour they were holding the mighty Brazil, who, to be fair, weren't quite at their mightiest, but then Marcelo, from distance on his debut, scored the first, and Wagner Love, with a delightful header from Cecchino's ball into the box, got the second with 15 minutes to go. So 2 wins and a draw for Brazil on this 3-game European tour. They drew with Norway, they beat Argentina, and they've beaten Wales at White Hart Lane. Brazil 2, Wales 0.